perform the practical and take readings for the October-November, for the May-June 2023 paper 3-1. So this is for setup for question 1. Then this is setup for question 2. So we're going to take readings here. So I'll teach you what each apparatus represent. In physics, this is what we call the boss. This is the stand, retort stand. These are the masses. For example, this is a 100 gram mass. These masses are slotted here, such that if we want to use a mass hanger, we can put the mass hanger to hang the mass. This is a 100 gram mass. This is another 100 gram mass. This is our meter rule, and this is a clamp. So when I'm reading the instructions, it is important that we see and we understand everything that I'll be saying. Okay, so we have a practical there. As you shall see, as you are referring to your paper already, you can see the question. As I read the question, also read the question so that you will understand what is needed in this paper. In this experiment, you will investigate a balanced meter rule. You have been provided with 3 springs and a meter rule with masses attached to its center. So this is the meter rule here. The masses are here and the masses are attached to its center there. That's our meter rule with masses attached to its center. The unstretched length of the spring S1, spring S1 is this one. The unstretched spring length of the spring S1 is S1 is shown, okay, of the single spring, sorry. The unstretched length of the connected springs is S2. These are the connected springs, as shown in fig 1.2. Measure and record S1 and S2. So I'll measure and I'll record S1 and S2. So S1 in this case is the length from here to here. So S1 is a 4.5. Is about 4.5. Let's see. Yeah, it's 5. So I'll write S1 as I expect you also to write S1 on your papers. It's 5 centimeters. Then S2, we have to measure S2. That is from here, from the further end here to the furthest end. It's 10.2. Yeah, I think about 10 or 10.2. Okay, 10.2. That's S2. Okay, so that's it for question 1 for A. Then for B now. B is saying set up the apparatus as shown in fig 1.3. I believe in your papers you can see fig 1.3. We need to set up the apparatus as shown in fig 1.3. There are several things to fig 1.3. As you can see, we have this spring here, these springs and their loop is considered to be loop A. So these springs are connected. This is our stance. And before we connect that one, we have to have a boss. And the boss is connected to the clamp, to the wooden rod actually, into the clamp. So we are taking our boss and we are connecting to the rod. So I'm going to put it here because they never talked about the clamp. They just said the boss and then the rod. So I will do it likewise, the boss and the rod, because they want it to be like that. Then I'll insert it as the question is asking us to insert it like this. This is what it seems like on the diagram. There's a boss and a rod like that, a wooden rod. Then next, below the boss, then there's this spring and this loop like that. Then on the other side, we also have a boss and a spring. But in this case now, we don't have the clamp even, we don't even have the rod, we just have the boss. So if we have the boss, then we have to connect it exactly as the instructions are telling us to do. So I'll connect the boss there. Then I'll also put the spring. This spring, the question is about the choice of how we are going to put the spring. They tell us to put the spring on the boss. So actually they tell us to put it on the rod of the clamp. So maybe I read the instructions wrong there the first time around. So it's supposed to be put on the rod of the clamp. So the rod of the clamp, this is the clamp, this is the rod of the clamp. So as this is the rod of the clamp, I'm going to put on the rod of the clamp the spring like that. This is what they want us to do, to put this spring on the rod of the clamp. So we have our spring and this loop like that. The single spring, the double spring. Okay.